Leon here with the Songwriter's Mentor, and I talked last time about the benefits of playing your songs live. And if you're an emerging songwriter, if you're just getting started as a songwriter, then few things are more beneficial than getting out there and playing your songs for other people. And it's more than just playing your songs for your spouse or playing your songs for family members. Those are good things to do as well. But it's another thing altogether to get up in front of a group of people, many of whom don't necessarily know who you are, and play your songs for them. So let's say you have played your songs for some friends and some family, and they've told you, hey, you've got some talent. Maybe even somebody who's already out there playing has encouraged you to pursue this. And so you've been practicing your singing, polishing up your original songs. Maybe you've even learned a few cover songs to put in there, and that's great too. But let's say you're concentrating mainly on your own material. And so you've been diligently honing your skills as an instrumentalist, as a singer. Maybe you've even been rehearsing in front of a mirror. That's all great. But now where do you start? How do you get in front of people? Where are you going to go to play when you're just starting out? A venue like a restaurant or a bar or a coffee house, listening room, they're not going to ask you to play just because you go in there and say, hey, I'd like to perform here. They don't know who you are. They have no idea what you do. It sounds a bit like a conundrum. You need experience to be able to perform somewhere, but you don't have any experience. But to get the experience, you need to play somewhere. Well, there is an answer, and maybe some of you have already discovered this, and that's to play at an open mic, or as it's sometimes called, a songwriter's night. Now, an open mic is most definitely not like karaoke night. Don't get those two things confused, and I'm sure you won't. When a bar or a restaurant holds karaoke night, well, the idea is that anyone who is game can get up and sing a song, usually after a few drinks, and half the fun is, well, laughing a little bit at the sometimes occasionally lacking renditions of famous songs. Well, an open mic, of course, is very different. It's a show that provides you with a chance to gain experience as a live performer. You don't have to go through the process of trying to get a gig somewhere. And that can be, of course, nearly impossible to do when you have little or no experience, especially if the people in charge of the venue have no idea who you are. Now, open mics, or as they are sometimes called, songwriter nights, they vary in format. Like I say, you've got some designed for singer-songwriters, others people can get up and play anything they want, or sometimes they can recite poetry or whatever. When my wife Cheryl and I lived in Florida, one of the longest running and most successful songwriters nights was, and still is, run by our good friend Sam Tritico, the owner of Island Music in Merritt Island, Florida. I'll put a link to his music store in the description below. It's also hosted by Nolan's Irish Pub. I'll put that link there too, because that's a great place to go if you're ever down there in Cocoa Beach. So the writers are encouraged to sign up ahead of time, and Sam usually acts as MC. He's had over 300 songwriters from around the country and mostly from the surrounding area playing at the Songwriters Night, and it's been going on now for over 10 years. So what Sam does is he puts them in rounds. You've got 3 or 4 songwriters on the stage, and the first one will play one song, then the next one will play one, the third and the fourth, and then it goes back to the first, and they'll go through the round 3 times. And what's really cool about that is that you're not hearing one person play song after song. You're getting a variety, and it makes for a really good show. And by the way, if you ever are in Florida, Sam holds the Songwriters Night at Nolan's Irish Pub on the first Monday of every month. But you do want to check the calendar at Nolan's because sometimes that changes because of holidays or whatever. Normally, open mics or songwriter nights are usually held on what would be an off night or a slow night in the pub or restaurant, usually early in the week. Other venues may hold open mics where you sign up upon arriving at the venue. So you don't have to do anything ahead of time. You show up with your guitar and you sign up to play that night. And if there's room for you in the program, then you'll get a chance to get up there and perform your original material. And usually you'll be encouraged to play 3 songs or keep it under 10 minutes. And of course, this may vary. Some venues may say, well, you can only play 1 song, or they'll put you in a round like Sam would do. And if the response is favorable, they might ask you to play a few extra tunes. You never know. But how do you find these open mics? How do you find these songwriter nights? Well, I encourage you to take a look at the site openmics.org. It's www.openmics, and mics is spelled MIKES.org. Once again, I'll put the link below. On the site, it says openmics.org is a listing of music open mic nights in the U.S. or Canada, anything open by invitation, sign up, etc. to the general public where live music may be performed may be included here. Now, before you jump in and run out and play at an open mic, I've got some valuable advice that's gleaned from my many years of attending open mics and songwriters' nights. So I encourage you to stay tuned, and I'll tell you about them in the next video. Thanks for watching. I encourage you to like, subscribe, comment, and share this video, especially with your songwriter friends, no matter what level of experience they may be at. They always will do well to play at songwriters' nights or open mics. If there's anything else that you'd like me to talk about here at the Songwriter's Mentor, any subjects that you want me to address, any questions that you might have that you need answers to, and it can be about songwriting, performing, recording, anything having to do with being a performing songwriter, or even a songwriter that doesn't perform, whatever, I'd be happy to address those things here on the Songwriter's Mentor YouTube channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.